Healthy food habits. There was a tug of war in our school today. Third standard students were so excited. The physical education teacher separated them into two groups. Xavier led one team and Bharat led the other team. The teacher blew the whistle. Both teams pulled the rope with their full strength. Xavier's team won the event. The teacher congratulated the winning team. Xavier said that his team won the event due to regular practice. Thanking the teacher, Xavier said, "We won the match not only because of regular practice, but also due to our healthy habits. We drink milk every day. We eat egg, fish, meat, green peas along with our daily food." "What is your daily food?" asked the teacher. "Our daily food includes rice, wheat, greens, and potatoes. They give us energy to play, work, and stay active throughout the day. We eat very little chocolates, ice creams, and sweets. We do not eat food sold open on the streets. We never say no to fruits, vegetables, and sprouted seeds. They help us to prevent diseases. We do exercise daily in the morning and evening. We play outdoor games for at least 1 hour a day. We practice yoga and meditation daily. We watch television only after completing our studies. We see TV for half an hour. We finish our dinner by 8 p.m. and we go to bed by 9 p.m. Our body needs rest. After having a wholesome food and active playtime, we sleep peacefully. Next day, we get up early in the morning for exercise and studies." After listening to Xavier, Bharat's team said, "We watch TV for long hours. We eat fried foods very often. We take a lot of chocolates and ice creams. We don't drink milk much. We drink aerated cool drinks. All this reduced our strength. We will change all these habits. We will follow healthy habits and win the event the next time." Eye protection. Wash your eyes with clean water daily in the morning. Do not see the sun directly with the naked eye. Do not read in dim light. Do not lie down while reading. Do not read while traveling in a bus or train. When dust falls in the eye, do not rub your eyes with your hands. Wash them with clean water. Eating lot of oranges, yellow colored fruits, vegetables and greens is good for your eyes. Sit at least 2.5 meters away from the TV while watching it. The father of yoga is Patanjali Munivar. Let us do. Children, do you all know what we celebrate on November 14th? Yes, November 14th is Children's Day. You are right. What day is it today? Today is February 28th. Good. Today is the National Science Day. Let us do some small experiments to celebrate it. All things around us are matter. Matter exists in solid, liquid, and gaseous states. Keep the things you have on the table. The teacher and the students kept many things on the table. Air-filled balloon, air-filled football, empty football, vendor's balance, notebooks, water bottles, plates, pencils, eraser, book, empty balloons, water tumblers. Shall we start doing our experiments right away? The children were ready. Now take your books and pencils. They all have a proper shape. They do not change their shape. We call these things as solids. Hold the notebook in one hand and pencil on the other. How do you feel? The pencil is light, whereas the book is heavy. What else do you observe? They have different shapes. Do they flow like water? No, they do not flow. These are the properties of solids. Solids do not flow. Solids have weight. Solids have definite shape. Solids occupy space. Let us take a bottle of water. Pour the water out. A student pours a little amount of water on the floor. What do you see? Water flows on the floor. Water is a liquid. It can flow from one place to another. Let us pour the same amount of water onto a plate and into a tumbler. We see that water takes the different shapes of the containers. I am going to place an empty water bottle on one pan and a water-filled bottle on the other pan of the balance. What happens? The pan with filled water bottle comes down and the one with the empty bottle goes up. This shows that water has weight. Liquids flow. Liquids have weight. Liquids have no definite shape. Liquids take the shape of the containers. Let us blow a balloon and release it from our hand. See what happens. The balloon falls down as air comes out. Could you see the air? Can you hold air as you can hold the solids and liquids? No. Let us keep an air-filled football in one pan and an empty football in the other pan in the balance. What happens? The pan with the air-filled football comes down and the one with the empty football goes up. So we come to know that air has weight. Gases can flow. Gases have weight. Gases have no definite shape. Gases occupy space. Children, are you all happy that we celebrated the National Science Day by doing small experiments to study the properties of matter? Yes, said the students. Sir C.V. Raman was the Indian who received Nobel Prize in Physics for the discovery of Raman effect. Simple machines. The children were returning home from their school. They saw workers trying to remove a huge rock lying on the road. They were using a crowbar to do the work. The children wondered how it would be possible to move such a huge rock with a small iron rod. One end of the crowbar was inserted under the rock. A small stone was kept under the crowbar. When the other end of the crowbar was pressed down, the rock moved. The children were so thrilled. A push or pull which stops or moves an object is called force. An object that helps us to do work easily is called a machine. Example, lever. Lever helps to transfer the force applied at one end to the other end. It also changes the direction of force. The point where crowbar touches the small stone is called the fulcrum. The object which is moved is called the load. The force given at one end is called the effort. Based on the position of fulcrum, levers can be classified into three types. First order lever. Take an example of scissors. Force applied at the handle is the effort. The cloth which is cut is the load, and the central point is the fulcrum. Second order lever. Example is a lemon squeezer. Handle, effort, lemon, load, opposite end, fulcrum. Third order lever. Example is an appala idiki. Handle, effort, appalam, load, opposite end, fulcrum. Some more simple machines also help us to do the work easily. Inclined plane, screw jack, wedge. Archimedes found the principle of levers. The world of toys. Can all toys move by themselves? What will you do to move the toys? We can push or pull the toy to make it move. We need force to change the position. We need energy to apply force. Toys work by using different types of energy. When we give key to this car, the spring is wound. When the spring unwinds, the toy moves. This train uses energy from battery to move. This car uses remote control to move. We need battery to make this car and the remote work. The earth attracts all the objects towards itself. This is called the gravitational force. A moving car comes to rest after moving through a distance. Do you know why? Frictional force acts on it to bring the car to rest. When the tires roll over the floor, frictional force is developed. Frictional force is less on a smooth surface and more on a rough surface. Sir Isaac Newton discovered the gravitational force. Jungle Safari. Adirai, her brother Kumaran and their parents went to the Mudumalai sanctuary with Uncle Somu. He was working there as a guide. He promised Kumaran for a jungle safari, a trip around the forest on an elephant. Uncle, what do you mean by jungle safari? It is a knowledge tour. It helps us to observe about various animals living in their natural habitat, the forest. Uncle, what is a wildlife sanctuary? The place where wild animals are kept in the natural surroundings is called a wildlife sanctuary. What is the difference between a wildlife sanctuary and a zoo? In a zoo, the wild animals are kept in a small artificial place, whereas in a sanctuary, the wild animals are maintained in their natural habitat. Uncle, why do people call you a guide? Tourists visit sanctuaries and historically important places to know about their speciality. The person who helps them to know more about these places is called a guide. Talking about all these, they reached the entrance of the sanctuary. A big shop was found. Various products obtained from the forest were kept on display in the shop. Many of them were for sale. Uncle, from where do we get honey? During jungle safari, I will show you the place where we get honey. They sat on a big seat above the elephant. What is the name of the seat we sit on the elephant? It is called Ambari in Tamil and Howdah in English. The attention of all the people was drawn to the roaring of a tiger. With a shiver, Adirai questioned, "Is there a tiger in this forest?" "Do not worry. We will keep a safe distance," replied Uncle Somu. Without showing the fear outside, Kumaran asked his uncle, "Are there any other uses of the forest?" Uses of the forests. Trees help to purify the air. Forest gives us rain. Trees prevent soil erosion and make the soil fertile. Many rare animals live in the forest. After entering into the forest, they were happy to see fragrant sandalwood trees, tall, strong teakwood trees, and well-grown bamboo bushes. Uncle Somu said, "We get paper from bamboo tree, ornamental things from sandalwood tree, and furniture from teak tree. Wooden materials like window, door, chairs are also made from trees." Kumaran was surprised to know that rubber tree gives us cycle tire and other rubber products. After crossing the bamboo forest, they saw a honeycomb in a tall tree covered with leaves. Uncle showed them the honeycomb and said, "We get honey from this comb. The honey bees collect nectar from the flowers and store it in the combs." In the stream, they were amazed to see elephants bathing and deer drinking water and bisons walking. On the other side of the stream, they saw a python twist and turn. They were astonished at its crawling. Why are the forests destroyed? Forests are destroyed due to the increase in human population. Forests are destroyed for wood, to build houses and dams. They are turned into agricultural lands. Trees are cut to prepare fragrance sprays, paper, and matchsticks. The irresponsible action of man ends in forest fire, which also destroys forests. Deforestation leads to less rainfall, soil erosion, rise in temperature, loss of habitat of animals, extinction of wild animals. There will be a scarcity of forest things, ornamental, medicinal herbs, etc. Can't we prevent the forests from being destroyed? It is our duty to save the forest and the wild animals living in it. To protect forests, we have to plant more trees, prevent the hunting of wild animals, create awareness on the importance of preserving the forest. As he completed his explanation, the jungle safari came to an end. They again heard the roaring sound of the tiger while they got down from the seat of the elephant. Kumaran said, "Do not worry, animals. I promise you that I will protect you and your environment." Wangari Maathai planted 3 crore young plants and got Nobel Prize for Peace in 2004.
you.